Yo, what's good YouTube? It's your host Axel Rose, this Shogun with the slogan, and you are now watching MVP Magazine. And what we have right now is just a quick day one rundown of base form Goku. So we're just going to have a little day one tutorial of some of his neat tips and tricks and stuff that I found when I just messed around in a lab with Goku for, a couple of hours. And yeah, that sounds really wrong. Anyway, movement wise, Goku is very similar to the base form Super Saiyan version that we already have in the game. He is very fast and very suitable for rushdown. And because this guy has a couple of quirks like a very cool command grab, that kind of makes base form Goku one of the more dangerous characters in the game. Now, Goku's Light Punch auto combo is actually really good. The second hit of it knocks your opponent up into the air, so you can just auto dash cancel that into a nice air combo and begin to do some major damage. Goku also has another very good tool in the form of his standing medium punch. Now, it's really good because it travels slightly forward and can get you in range of your opponent. So this is very good for just standing outside, throw range, or just standing outside of mix-up or assist range and then using this to get in while your opponent was thinking they were safe. Goku's crouching medium attack also has the same leaning properties, meaning that you'll be able to stay out of your opponent's attacking range and just use it to dip in and dip out and start crazy combos. Now, it's obviously not as good as Cell Slide, but if you use it sparingly and you stay at the right range, you'll be able to get the job done. Now, what would Son Goku be without the Kamehameha wave? And yes, this version of base Goku has it too. Now, it does seem to have the same properties as regular Goku, like Super Saiyan Goku. So you can use it and then teleport after it to get a combo, and you can use it at the end of combos, and yeah, it just seems like a very good beam move for keeping people away and a move for ending or extending your combos. Now, unlike Super Goku's version of the Kamehameha wave, this version is only one hit and startup is slightly slower, but it can still stop fools from super dashing in on you online. Thank God, hallelujah. So use this for keeping away and zoning as usual. Now, the Spirit Bomb is a two-part special move. You initially charge it up, and then after you send out a projectile that acts like kind of a command grab, which gets your opponent into a position where you can, super dash or teleport and then, continue a combo. Now, even though this move is kind of cool, the fact that you have to do a move before and kind of telegraph the fact that you're going to set it up kind of lets it down, but still very interesting. The Spirit Bomb can also be charged up to level 3, which is very useful if you want to connect it onto his other level 3 super. And you do this by just charging the Spirit Bomb, holding A when you do the first initial version of the attack. Altogether, Goku is a pretty well-rounded character. He's got good potential for rushdown due to the fact that he's fast, his movement is good, and he's got quite good ability for combos. One of his main drawbacks is he doesn't have a special move that causes a hard knockdown once you get into the air. So using his super, the level 1 is going to be kind of hard unless you've got really good reflexes at getting back down to the ground really quickly. And his air vanish combos kind of leave a lot to be desired because he hasn't got a decent air super with quick startup. Now, you will be able to get your super out if you charge the Spirit Bomb to level 3 and get a ground bounce and an air combo and whatnot, but that's going to be hard because you're going to have to charge it up all the way to level 3, and that takes quite some time. I do not see your opponent really waiting around for you to charge it up unless you cover yourself with an assist or you have some really tricky setups to make it happen. But apart from that, this move would pretty much leave you a sitting duck if you try to charge it up for level 3. Goku's command grab is one of his highlights as far as special moves. It's very good for starting combos as there's numerous ways to do it. You can do it via vanish, or you can use the hard version and catch your opponent on a ground bounce. This move is very good for catching your opponent off guard, especially during the neutral phase. If you've just got them with a combo, you can cover yourself with an assist and use this grab to keep your offense going. This will be definitely one to confuse and bewilder your opponents if you use this correctly. In fact, one of the only things stopping this move from being completely broken is frankly what I said before. Goku finds it hard scoring a hard knockdown, so after you've done the throw, done a vanish, and managed to convert into extra combos, it's going to be pretty hard to convert into that extra damage via super. But that being said, this move is still awesome. Now, Goku's elbow smash is an awesome move for finishing off combos, and not pretty much anything else, as it kind of leaves you minus on block. Now, this doesn't mean that you're going to be at an automatic disadvantage, but if you and your opponent do press the attack buttons afterwards, he's going to kind of beat you out. He or she, should I say. But apart from that, it's pretty good once you hit someone. It allows you to vanish and convert into extra damage. But as I said before, because Goku finds it hard to get them hard knockdowns, yeah, you know, your damage is going to be a little bit capped. But that being said, it is an awesome move for just pressuring your opponent and actually getting close and doing that damage. Now, if the rushdown command grab wasn't already exciting enough, we now have the world's first mix-up super move. Goku's Kaioken super move is ridiculous, but in a good way, in a really, really good way. Basically, you initiate the move with a fireball and 2 punch button command, but by pressing different punch or attack or even chi buttons, you get different outcomes, which allows you to mix up your opponents and just do different things. Now, the regular punch button gives you a kind of somersault attack. The medium punch button gives you more of a straightforward dash attack. The chi button gives you a fireball, and the hard button gives you a grab, I think. And that grab can also lead on to other attacks which give you more damage. This move is ridiculous. And did I say it's easy to be comboed into? Oh yeah, ridiculous. Now, Goku's level 3 is the Spirit Bomb, and it is absolutely ridiculous. It has so much range. It's a screen-filling beast of a super move which does a ton of damage. Now, as I said before, the only way to combo into it is off the level 3 Spirit Bomb of the normal move. Have fun trying to get that to work if you're in a match, but yeah, this move is really cool, especially if you can get it to work in a normal combo. So, in closing, Base Goku is a really interesting character. What he lacks in hard knockdowns and easy to gain super combos, he makes up for in intelligent mix-ups and just being a really different character. Now, his command grab is going to be really good for controlling the neutral. You'll be able to force it without having to make your opponent guess if you're going to do a Dragon Rush. Because you have that quick command grab there, which can easily go into a combo, it's going to be insane, especially if you can always cover your approach with a really good assist. I'm not sure who he's going to be able to work best with, but yes, we already know that Vegeta assist definitely is one of the high ranking ones. But I'm not gonna lie, since this is base Goku and we already have base Vegeta on the roster, using Vegeta assist with him just might just be a little bit on the wrong side. But speaking of the principal sayings, I've got videos showing some very cool tech for him as well, so stay tuned. Now I'd like to give a shout out to everyone that's been watching the channel, J Gop for the comments and stuff. More Dragon Ball stuff to come. Holler at your boy. Peace.